I build plastic models as a hobby in Japan. This video was previously uploaded in Japanese. I have revised it and created an English version. I've added some new information that wasn't in the Japanese version. I will continue to provide the latest information from Japan, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This time, I'll be building Academy's 148th North American F-86F Sabre U.S. Air Force, the Huff. Now let's open the box and take a look. I've already disassembled the parts for a previous review video. The instructions include Mr. Color paint callouts, and although there is no detailed text, they are easy to follow. While the kit allows for a cutaway display to show the engine, I'll prioritize the exterior form this time and will not cut the fuselage. To review the paint itself, I'll be finishing this model with MC201 Superfine Silver 2, which is a higher quality version of C8 Silver. Let's do another test fit. There don't seem to be any major issues. The fit of the nose cone also looks good. I'll be building this without pilots. I'll focus on the exterior appearance of the aircraft without the engine. I'll start the work immediately. The exhaust pipes, cockpit, and wheel wells are molded as a single unit. The first step is to paint the interior of the intakes with C8. The cockpit will be painted with C317. Since this color is used for the entire interior, I'll paint all relevant parts at once. I finished painting the interior with C317. I noticed some fine flash, so I'll clean that up before assembly. Since there are no decals for the instrument panels, I'll hand paint them with enamels so I can correct any mistakes. I'll use C8 to dry brush the raised details on the panels. I'll use UV resin to simulate the glass on the instruments. I'll apply it with a toothpick. Cure it with a UV light and it's done. It really boosts the realism. Although it won't be visible, I've assembled the engine for now. However, the front and rear are slightly visible through the intakes, so I'll paint them with C8. I'll paint the wheel wells with C351 and begin the fuselage assembly. It's a straight line from the intake to the exhaust. Now that the parts are installed in one half, I'll join the halves. They fit together smoothly. They fit well, but when aligned with the locating pins, the nose matches while the section ahead of the cockpit becomes misaligned. Fixing the cockpit alignment is difficult, so it looks like the nose can be solved with just putty. I'll remove the pins and align it to the cockpit. I'll align it to the cockpit and glue it. Before gluing, don't forget to add 15 grams of nose weight to the front. It's 18 grams, but that's fine. The fuselage is glued. I'll wait for the adhesive to cure. This time, I'll be displaying the machine gun ports and air brakes closed, so I'll install those covers. Since I aligned it to the cockpit, a gap appeared at the nose. The curvature of the air brakes doesn't quite match when closed, so there's a gap here too. I'll fill these gaps with polyester putty. The polyester putty has cured, so I'll sand it down. I'll use a micro chisel to re-scribe the panel lines that were filled by the putty. Before attaching the main wings, I'll drill the holes for the pylons. After drilling, there seemed to be no issues with the locating pins, so I'll glue the upper and lower halves immediately. Once the wing glue has cured, it's finally time to join the fuselage and the main wings. There are some minor gaps, so they will need correction. A canopy problem arose during preparation for surfacing.
I found a gap at the front that's hard to fix. The strategy is to glue it first and then fill it with clear UV resin. I'll align the height with the rear canopy and glue it with Semidyne high grade. I'll fill the front canopy gap with clear UV resin. I'll wipe away any excess resin with a cotton swab. Complete the process with UV irradiation. I masked the wheel wells using small strips of masking tape. For the canopy frames, I'm reusing pre-cut masks for the Hasegawa kit. Since I mainly need the rounded corners, I'll cut them into 4 pieces. Masking the frames is easy once you've tackled the corners. I'll use the pre-cut pieces for the corners and regular masking tape for the rest. It turned out like this. The Academy kit canopy also has a parting line, so I'll remove it. I'll sand it with a 2000 grit sanding stick, then 3000 grit, and finish with the white side. The finish is complete with premium diamond coat. I reused the Hasegawa masks for the front, but since the rear has no rounded corners, I finished it with standard tape. I'll secure the canopy with blue tack or putty. I'll paint the inside of the frames with C317 and finally move on to surfacing. I've skipped ahead, but I finished spraying the surfacer over the entire model. I used Mr. Finishing Surfacer 1500 Gray. I'll sand it with a 3000 grit sanding sponge. After sanding, I'll wipe away the dust with a damp cloth. Furthermore, I'll brush out any dust that got into the panel lines. This time, I'm using SM201 Super Fine Silver for the aircraft color. Although my tests showed it has good masking resistance, I'll paint the other colors first, just to be safe. First, I'll paint a darker silver on the machine gun area. This is a custom mix of 97% C8 and 3% C2, originally specified for a Hasegawa F-86. The exhaust area also had the same color as the machine gun section, so I painted them together. The exhaust nozzles will be C61, so I'll mask them before painting. Now that masking is done, I'll spray the C61. It's finally time to paint the main SM201, but I'll use black as a base coat. The paint I'm using is Acrylion, which is known for its resistance to solvents. With SM201, regular Mr. Colors C2 should be fine, but I'll use this just in case. I've painted the entire model black. Finally, I'll apply the SM201. I've finished spraying the SM201. Its shine truly lives up to the super fine silver name. The next step is pin washing. To prevent the silver from peeling when I wipe away excess wash, I'll create a protective film first. For protection, I'll apply a thin coat of aqueous hobby color clear. Once the clear is dry, I'll apply TAMIYA panel line accent color. After the wash is dried, I'll use a cotton swab or a finish master dipped in solvent to wipe away the excess. The pin washing is complete. Let's apply the decals. The decal placement is shown on a separate sheet. For larger decals, I use decal adhesive. I'll continue applying them like this. I've finished applying the decals. Actually, I've already done this, but I'm restoring the panel lines that were covered by the decals. I used a waterproof, water-based pen for lettering. There are various nib sizes. I used the 0.05mm one to trace the lines. Next is the clear coat for polishing. I'm using Gaianotes EX03. Spraying EX03 directly over SM201 will attack the paint. However, since it's already protected by the water-based clear, it should be fine. It's been 10 days since the clear coat and it has fully cured. It's already beautiful, but I'll increase the gloss further by polishing. First, I'll sand with a 2000 grit finish stick. It's okay once the edges of the decals are no longer noticeable. Be careful, as sanding too much will reveal the base coat. Next, I'll sand with 3000 grit. Finally, I'll sand with the white finishing side. The final polishing is complete. Furthermore, I'll apply an overcoat of clear thinned at a ratio of about 1:4. The clear coat after polishing is complete. To take the gloss to the next level, I'll apply premium diamond coat. I'll apply the coating agent over the entire surface and then wipe it with a dry cloth. I'll wait 2 hours for it to cure without touching it at all. After 2 hours, the coating is cured and it's brilliant. With the fuselage finished, I'll assemble the areas around the landing gear. They have already been painted silver. To add realism, I'll apply mirror finish foil to the piston rods. Rubbing it with a cotton swab ensures it adheres well. It's done. For the tires, I'm using TAMIYA Enamel XF85 rubber block because it's easy to correct if I make a mistake with the brush. I'll cut off the piece of runner I was using as a handle. Process the gate mark. I'll attach the tires to the gear legs first. It's easier if I finish the tires while holding the gear legs at the end. The aircraft is finished, so I'll attach the landing gear parts. Since the parts are already finished, I just need to glue them. The landing gear is attached. I'll finish the top of the fuselage. First, I'll paint the tip of the nose flat black. I'm using enamel paint here as well, so I can correct it with a brush. I've installed the interior parts of the cockpit. For the final touches on the underside, I'll attach the equipment. The equipment is also easy as it just needs to be glued. Finally, I'll attach the canopy to complete the model. The canopy is glued with Semidine high grade. I'll apply a small amount with a toothpick. Wipe away any excess adhesive with a cotton swab. Complete. This time I used SM201 Superfine Silver 2 for the aircraft color. Let's compare it with the C8 silver aircraft I created previously. Rather than a difference in shine, I notice a difference in the tone of the color. C8 appears to be slightly more whitish. SM201 is a silver that gives a sense of heavy metallic depth. In any case, it's a matter of preference, so please use this as a reference. Well then, please look forward to the next project.